All right, what's up, everyone? Yes, you heard it right. We're gonna talk about stocks today. Sorry I wasn't on the air, doing a video the last couple of days, but I'm here now, and we labeling this the Mike effing White edition. If you follow football, I got to do something for the Jets, man. And it was an insane day. Oh man, y'all know if y'all watch me, I'm a diehard Jets fan, and incredible day yesterday. It was something that these guys brought me. I ain't even lying. They brought me to tears, man. I had like tears. The effort, the energy, the everything. All right, so this is not about football, but just remember it's the dedicated to the Mike White, the Jets, all that. All right, so let's get to it, man. I had to talk that BS because if you just join in, I need some time for people to come in, or if you're watching the replay, sorry about that. But we're going to talk about stocks real quick, and I guess we got to talk about Tesla. The breakout bar on I guess I'm looking at the monthly right now, is incredible. So there it is. You could see that. I'm looking at all these lines, and I usually bring up the weekly, so let me start with the weekly just real quick. That I've been charting Tesla for a long time, and if you look right there, I got my little circle, and that's for the most part where I got long. So I was actually able to enjoy this whole run. I was tippy-toeing in down here, selling a lot of credit spreads, because when it's right here, I mean, you was able to sell like the 550, 500 and get a nice premium for it. So I was chasing it down. I'm selling, then I'm moving it up to 550, 540, and then the 600, the 680, and then I think right around the 700, right around this breakout, I started going long on the call. So I was able to enjoy all of this. Now, let's see what we're talking about here. Let's see if we could go even further. Now, I gotta admit, I knew that it was going to go up like this. See, you got these lines here. I'm measuring the updrafts, right? And I'm saying this one is going to go to here. I think this one, you can look at this, I'm like somewhere stopping right here because of similarity, right? 1, 2, 3, and then now we just going vertical. It's just insane. But if I bring it to the month, kind of stretch it out, this move, now I'm going to clear all of this out, all right? So here we go. This is the move, and I had said this in a video. Now, look at that, man. This move is what? It's approximately 753 points. I stretch it down like that. I got to because the stock is going vertical. And if we get another similar move, which is about, here, 750, that brings us to, am I looking at the same stock? Well, that only brings us to 1,506, right? But I don't know, man. With the breakout, now let me stretch it out again. You can see this bar, right? This big body candle. That's what I call them. Just totally breaking out with volume. It's on. It's on. I don't know if I could say that if you interested in Tesla, do you get in now? I mean, it's insane. This thing has got to pull back, right? I mean, it's only prudent to get back to wait. And I guess it's like just you're missing it. And I think that's what's happening. It's just the FOMO, right? So if you thinking you're FOMOing, if you're FOMOing and out, right? If you just have FOMO, to stay small, right? Stay small and go ahead and pick something up. Stay small now. Pick some up when it actually pulls down, right? Pick some up now, small. Then when it pulls back, then your opportunity. The pullback just might be a sideways position. Hey, babes. Oh, look at sweetheart. Yeah, you love. I know you do, babe. Why don't you come over here and let's talk. That made me turn red. This is for you, babe. All right, this is the Mike effing White edition and Babes edition. All right, so yeah, so that's Tesla. I mean, it's off to the races, all right? I think we could pull back to this line. I tried to draw the same angle that we had the first time. I think that's what I did. Let me go ahead and measure this. But, oh, man, it's just not going to happen. That's a 20% angle. You can already see right now we're going up 70%, all right? So where's 20%? Right? That's right there, right? That's the same angle we should have. Maybe I could start it from the breakout point. Yeah, right there. Yeah, 20%. but we going up 7. We going up vertical. So if I draw, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw it. Let me draw this 20% line. That's a 20-degree angle. So maybe we get a pullback or sideways action to the line, and then we can kind of go up like we did over here. But I mean, the thing is just going vertical. It's incredible, just incredible. So there is Tesla on fire. I actually sold, and I'm losing money on it. I'm like, oh man, but I'm still making great money. I had to take some deltas off the table. You see the thing's up $94 today, so I came way up here. I gotta tell you 2 stories. All right, let's go. Let me kind of get it like that. Let me get it to. I guess more like that. All right, so yeah, I know I shrunk it down because I came down here, and this was like a couple 150 points ago. It's just insane. After it ran up to 1,200, and then it pulled 1,100, and it pulled back a little bit. I came out, I did the leaps, and I sold the 2050 call for $7,100. I posted that on Twitter, and I'm like, wow, that's incredible. That's like a double. If the stock doubles, I'm getting $7,100, and I know it's going to get there. I even said it in a tweet. I said, man, I know it's going to get there, but I did it to take some deltas off the table because I wanted to protect those profits, but I obviously was too early. That call I sold for $7,100 now goes for $10,000, right? So I cut myself $3,000 short, but I still may pocket the whole $7,000 if for some reason Tesla does not reach 2050 by the year of 2023, right? So I think it will. I think it will though. And here's another thing I did. When it was at 550, remember this breakout point? I was kind of doing like YOLO call spreads way out, and I was selling the 1,100, 1,200 call spreads, right? That is $100. That's $10,000 wide, right? And I was selling them for, what was it, about 1,800, 1,500, and already, and I swear it was just a couple of months ago when it was at 600. The stock is already pushing. It's over 1,200. It's in the money already. And I still got another year or so to go. So I actually went too far out. I didn't think I did at the time, but I went too far out on those. They are making me good money, but now I got to wait for the time to burn, right? So that's a good thing. Maybe when it does pull back, I will roll that call spread out in time. But it's just incredible what happened to Tesla. Now I want to talk about MicroStrategy, and I wanted to wait for a few more people to come in because, I'm like Bitcoin. By the way, it's the same chart Tesla had, right? I had the bottom. It's the same chart. I don't think Bitcoin had a big move today. Let me go to the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, Bitcoin is actually it's down 3%. Okay, so it's struggling, right? So Bitcoin is struggling on this double top, and that's what it's expected, right? So nothing new here. We knew it was going to do this when it got here, so eventually it's going to break out. So right now you can see we are developing a bull flag, right? So here's the flag. And eventually we will break out. We will break out to that level right there, right? That flagpole will be the breakout. So let's go ahead and measure what that is. That is, oh, damn, is it that much? 22,000, right? So if we can break out here, I'm going to do it right here, right at the top, and go up 22,000 points. That brings us to 89,000 Bitcoin, right? $89,000 for one Bitcoin. I actually think we're going to get there at the end of the year. I think there's going to be a Bitcoin breakout, maybe when these Bitcoin ETFs drop, like the spot Bitcoin ETFs. When these things drop, I think that's when it's going to be incredible. We're going to have some kind of something that's going to pop to just make this thing skyrocket. And then you're going to get FOMO. You're going to get FOMO just like Tesla, right? We saw what happened when Tesla broke out, and you saw that big bar on the monthly. We don't have that yet, right? So we had this. This might be a nice little 3-bar setup that's getting ready to form. But I think December, not November, where we are now. Today's November 1st, although it could. But my guess is like December, this thing's just going to go ripping, up to new highs, right? And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see. I'll go ahead and draw my little line so we can come back to it right about 20,000. That's my guess. And we'll be off to races by the end of the year. But it's okay. It's okay if we don't. We just want to go sideways here. We just want to, go a little sideways and then blow through. We don't want to give it back. And that's what I'm looking at. But I'm not even really looking at that. Hold this thing for the long term. Just buy it, hold it, set it, forget it, put it in your drawer, and then don't worry about it. And then when Bitcoin's at $1 million, oh, you guys never get to $1 million. Hey, you never know, right? It'll be cool if it goes to $1 million a coin, and you got a little bit in your drawer. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, so let's go back to MSTR. Hey, Cashmatic, what's up, man? Nice to join us today. Doing a video a little late in the day. Generally, I do them, I don't know, right, like 1 o'clock, like 12:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere in that era. But no one's joining me, man. Where are you guys at? Come on, man. Y'all got to get in here. So hopefully this video pops on the replay. I'm talking good nuggets here, right? So you're looking at MicroStrategy, right? Look at the volume on the monthly. Look at the volume on the green days. Totally outpacing the red days. When this thing is going up, people want in. We're about to break out, right? So when we break out, I'm telling you, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge thing, and that's Bitcoin. So this is MicroStrategy, which owns 7 billion, over 7. I think the last 7.2, maybe all the way down today. So let's just call it 7 billion Bitcoin. Right, 7 billion worth of Bitcoin. So now, knowing that, let's check something out. All right, let's come over here to, in my eyes, FinViz. Let's pull up a FinViz here. Let's type in MicroStrategy. Right, there's the chart. There's the daily chart. Let's look at the monthly so it looks more like mine. You can see that breakout about to bust. All right, and I do think we go up to this high and even higher. And let's come over here to the market cap. Oh my God. The market cap is only 6.99 billion. But wait, they own 7 billion of Bitcoin right now. Oh my gosh, can you say undervalued? Right? They're not valuing the Bitcoin here. Either they are valuing the Bitcoin and the MicroStrategy software business is free, or they valuing the MicroStrategy software business and the Bitcoin is free. They're just forgetting about it. What happens when Bitcoin doubles? When they own, matter of fact, they're even going to be buying more Bitcoin. But for now, let's just call it 7 billion. What happens when Bitcoin gets to 120,000? And these guys own 14 billion dollars worth of Bitcoin in the market cap. Will it still be here at 7 billion? I don't think so. Right, this thing is ready to explode. Let me share something else with you. The short float, I see it's going down, by the way. It's at 23%. Right? They're shorting the hell out of this thing. This is going to be a squeeze, like all squeezes, just like Tesla. Tesla's not really squeezed. I don't know what the hell Tesla's doing. But there's going to be a squeeze, like all squeezes, when MicroStrategy breaks out and explode. Or when maybe people realize that, hey, these guys own 7 billion in Bitcoin. But wait, the market cap's 7 billion. So just kind of keep that in mind, man. That's just something I'm looking at. I'm like, wow, it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. You can't say you did not hear that here first. You can't say that. So that's MicroStrategy. Here's a stock, and we're just going to pull up my faves. Starbucks. I wanted to buy some Starbucks heavy today, but I didn't really get the opportunity to ding us up. I guess everybody was thinking when I did 3.52%. You can see it's right there at support. So I had sold and this is why you want to do call spreads, right? You always want to hedge. You always want to hedge, right? So when it was back here somewhere, I don't even know, right? I was like the 115, 125 call spreads. I sold the 125 call spreads for $1 for like $1,100. Well, that spread now is trading at 5. Well, it's 5. I bought some back for 580. Okay. But before today, it was $450, right? So I almost sucked that whole $125 spread I'm sorry, strike down. I got over 60% in it, so I was gonna buy it back today, and I sold 16 of them, by the way. So the market, it's up 3.52%. I don't know if I wanted to wait. I think we're gonna actually start to trend up from here, up $3.73. So those went up $1, and I'm like, oh man, so I just bought one back. Yeah, I bought one back just to be buying it back, and now I'm even longer on the Starbucks with calls, right? Because if you buy the 115s and you sell the 125s, and then you buy the 125s back because they made profit on the downside, now it's all upside, right? So if this thing starts to go up, I can actually sell those 125s. I can sell them again, right? Sell them again. And so it's like trading around your position with options. So if you long the call, you really have nothing to do, right? So if it goes down, you're just out a lot of money, right? So you have nothing to do. But if it goes up, when you just long the calls, what you could do is you could sell higher, right? And that's what I did with Tesla. But I was obviously way too early and left about 3 racks on the table. So that is what's up with Tesla. Remember, Mike effing White edition. So we just gonna rotate some Jets gear. Anyway, I should have worn a Jets shirt. I don't even know why I didn't, but that's all right. They'll forgive me. You know, I support my team. So anyway, Starbucks, man, this is. You could get into the shares. I do option spreads, right? And I'm in it until 2023. I think my deltas are like 180. Basically, my option positions are trading like as if I own 180 shares of Starbucks, right? And that's a pretty big position. So you can go 109.80. That's what it's trading at. And you times that by, like, say, if you had 180 shares. So this is about 19,764. So basically, my position is trading as if I have $20,000 worth of Starbucks. And that's called leverage. It didn't even cost me that much. And I just needed to be up by here, right? You can see my little line. And if it just kind of tracks a nice little angle, we could be somewhere around 134, right? By the time my options expire. And I need them to go basically 125. Just reach 125 by next year and I'll be all right. Just go about halfway up and I'll be all right. Because I'll probably just go ahead and buy them back, maybe roll them out, do something, right? But this maneuver right here, this pullback, you can see what was happening. I thought we broke out, we was off to the races, but this pullback, it got me. It was definitely fooled me. I didn't think this was going to happen, and that's almost down 20%, right? So wow, down 20% after COVID thing, you know. So yeah, Starbucks is still great, man. The lines are still going around the corner. This is one of those positions that institutions are always going to hold and buy when it dips. And I think that's what happened today. There was really no news. It was just like, hey, man, let's buy Starbucks. Just like me. Just like I had an intention to go buy. By the way, when this happens, it happens all the time with me. I'll wake up and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy this. I'm going to sell that, whatever. And I guess I think just like the market, because like when I do it, let's say I'm going to buy this, it's always up 3, 4, 5%. Always. Every position I want to buy. And I'll be like, I'm going to buy this today. Let's say Amazon. I'm going to buy Amazon stock today. It's down nice. And then that day, that morning when I buy it, the thing's up 4%. You know, it's just, oh man. I'm going to sell some. Hey, you know, it's running pretty good. I'm going to sell some today. I'm going to take some off the table. Well, that day, I guess everyone thinking the same thing, and it's down 3, 4%. You're like, oh man, why? Anyway, so here is Starbucks, right? So let's look at another company that I think I traded today as well, and it's CrowdStrike. Nice pullback today because someone downgraded it, right? It's like, oh, it's downgraded. Let me tell you something. This thing is going over $300. So if you're into the options, you can put those trades on to you know, when it gets there. You don't have to be afraid when a stock like this is down 5%. That's opportunity, right? We don't want to buy. Just like I got done saying, when this was something I was able to buy actually when it was actually down because the guy downgraded. And I always think when they downgraded, that's because they really want to buy it. What they're really trying to do. See how it just been going straight up. What they really trying to do is take the shares from you so they can scoop it up because they missed it. See that? They missed it. So let's downgrade it. Yeah, so it goes down and then they buy more. You could see that consolidation didn't last long, right? Because when it was shrunk, you didn't see it, right? You don't really see that consolidation. When I stretch it out, you can see it a little bit. Now it's breaking out. So you can see right there, right at 300. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna break out. Let's bring up FinViz. Let's check it out real quick on here. CRWD. And I just want to go to see, you can see the downgrade, right? BTIG Research from buy to neutral. Goldman downgraded it a couple months ago from buy to neutral. But guess what? They target still 305. Right? Now, let's look at the targets, okay? Let's look at the price targets. Since a lot of these happened in September, a lot of can't even say it. A lot of reiterations in September. Salute to Mike effing White. A lot of reiterations in September, but let's look at some of these price targets. Now, remember, this is Goldman downgrade. They still got 305. Well, look at all these upgrades, but 315, 315, 340, 330, 310, 320, 330, 335. By the way, when they think it's 335 and it's trading at 280, you think they might want to buy some more? They telling us it's going to, they think it's going to 330. I don't think they're going to be selling down here. 305, look, from 240 to 300, 250. Okay, there's a low one, but that was way back in May, right? These guys, need to upgrade. Maybe they did up here, right? So you can go all the way back into what is this? To June, right? Here it is, November 1st. All the upgrades, reiterations, and even downgrades have a price target above 300. Now let's go to the stock. Oh my gosh, it's only trading at $269. That's incredible. That's a deal. So you could see the pressure at 300. I think it blows through. You could buy a spread that kind of pushes above 300 or maybe just before 300, right? So things that I like to do. Now, this will be an out of the money spread. So let's check one out. Let's just go a year. I think it could be there by a year. It would be nice to go. I'm just being a little bit more aggressive because it was pulled back. I like to go to this January 24, but let's just go to January 23. So 13 months for the most part. And you could do like, hey, I'm going to buy this 290, right, and sell the 300 call spread. You could do that right now for $3.90, right? Just $10 wide. So basically you'll get $6.10 if this thing is fully mature. You would have doubled your money. Just doing a little math here. Yeah, it'd be 6. Yeah. Anyway, that's not working out. 390. It's but no, you would have doubled your money. I don't know. Let's just analyze that real quick. I'm just, the math is not working out right here. Anyway, okay, so 390, right? You would make 610. No, that's not a double. That's why. Okay, so that is right. 390 times. Yeah, you put in 390. All right, I'm having a moment, guys. 390 times 2. Right, that'll be 780. Yeah, you're only gonna make $610. All right, so I did do the math right. So 390 divided by 610. Basically, hold on. 390 divided by 610 equals. Basically, you make 63% on your money, right? So that's not bad, right? Put in 390. No, hold on, man. That's forget it. Forget it. Dre's just having a bad moment. I gotta move on. If this was a pre-recorded video, I'll be like editing this part out, man. Hey, it happens to all of us. But just know this. I can't get the math right, but 390 and by the end of January 2023, you will be bringing in 610, right? $610, right? Put up 390, pull out 610. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, that is a double. right? I put in 390. If I make 100% on 390, I'm getting 390, but I'm pulling in 610. I guess it's like getting your money back and then some, but it's the calculator's saying 63%. Whatever, man. That's a good trade, right? So that's something that you could do, right? So let's go back to the charts. And you can say it's going to happen, right? The analysts, all the institutions say it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Look at that. It's perfect. This is a perfect chart. So yeah, it may pull back, but guess what? When it pulls back, that's your opportunity. That's your opportunity to get long. Oh, she's throwing me kisses. I missed that one. I missed it. I missed the kisses, babes. Anyway, so that is CrowdStrike. What other stock did I look at? Amazon. I didn't discuss Amazon after that earnings. I took a hit. Woo! Yeah, man, this thing was going to catapult my portfolio to the stratosphere, but it did not do that. So a little disappointed. What I did, though, and I'll go ahead and clear all this stuff out because obvious it's just not working. Clear these drawings out. The consolidation area is still in effect. Amazon reported earnings. I almost want to draw two here. Let me change this because what I do like about it, that's the first area, and I'm gonna say this is the second area. So this is actually what I'm looking at more closely, right? And you could see how we are still in a consolidation, but we are in a high. It's even getting tighter. This expansion, this volatility expansion is going to be so huge, possibly bigger than Tesla, that it's going to be incredible. But it's not happening yet. These guys came out with earnings. They're still spending a lot of money. AWS on fire, though. And these guys expanded their infrastructure, doubled it for the most part since COVID started. So the earnings wasn't that bad. Everything that they said was kind of expected. We already know that they're doing that, but they're working on a business, and when it's done, when they finish spending money, they are basically putting themselves into a better position than ever before, turning themselves into a service business. You remember what happened with Apple when it was like basically, yeah, you're in the services, a service business. The stock just basically exploded, right? So the same thing is intact to happen here. So what I did though was, because it obviously looks like it's not going to happen anytime soon, so I took some deltas off. I sold some of the positions, so I'm not as long Amazon. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until it actually breaks out to increase my position, because when you hold spreads, even with Amazon, it's very expensive. You're losing a lot of money on that data, even though I had spreads on, right? So it's just not going to happen. I don't see it really breaking out until the next earnings. There's going to have to be a catalyst that breaks this thing out, and there's just none. There's none yet, right? So next earnings, right? You see what happens, how we ran into earnings. Maybe I'll increase my position maybe up to 3 weeks, 2 weeks before earnings comes out in about the third week of January, and then kind of ride it up, and then maybe even sell before earnings. But I need to see the breakout now, because it's really getting overextended. We're over a year. It's going to be a year and a half before this thing does anything. And who knows, if they don't call it on the next earnings, it'll be another earnings report. It'll be another quarter. And remember that it also could break down. But what's interesting, like I said, it's consolidating. It's even consolidating tighter. And now you got all the moving averages together. Oh, this thing is going to explode. I really love this chart. I'm just waiting for it to break out. And maybe that's what's happening. See how I gave up? I shrunk my position. I think a lot of people might be doing the same, because you're losing money. Things is running. Look at Tesla. There's opportunity cost. You're losing, right? This money could be deployed somewhere else in making money, right? So that's basically what I'm doing. Like I talked about Starbucks. I talked about Tesla. I talked about MicroStrategy, right? Talked about Bitcoin, right? I like all of those better right now. But once this thing explodes, I would like this the best. I'm telling you. So yeah, I'm just going to wait until it happens. What I'm afraid of, I just don't want it to get away from me. So, like, when it does explode, I don't want it to be up like 500 points. I'm like, oh man, God, 500 points. No, I missed it, But when that does happen, it doesn't even matter. It's going up even higher. It's going up higher than 500 points. This thing. Wow. Sorry, I heard something outside. It should expand from, a move like almost like a $2,000 move, and I'll bring it right at 5,000, right? So up here somewhere, I can go ahead and draw the line. I don't know when it's going to get there, but that's where it's headed. That's where it's headed. Don't know when though. Can't say when. I thought this earnings was going to be something special because I thought people wasn't ready for it, and it was going to report it. The bar was low, right? And by the way, revenue was great. Let me see if it's listed on a Yahoo Finance. If it's updated. Let's pull it over here. Wow, okay. It had a nice little run on Friday. Was that whenever it reported, and it closed down. It worked its way up, but now it gave it all back. So it's like, man. And you could just see the revenue. Look at it. Look at that. And look, so you're having from 2019, this is annual though, okay? So from 2019 to 2020, look at it. I mean, here they made $280 billion, and then here $386 billion. The stock's flat though. Stocks ain't going nowhere, right? Let's look at the quarterly. And there's some flatness in the 3 quarters. I don't think they did update it because they brought 110. They basically made $111 billion in 3 months. It's just incredible. If you report this to I need to go to the quarter before. I think the third quarter last year, I think it was 69 billion? I can't remember. I'm not good at this. I do charts, okay? But I think it was like 69. Anyway, there was growth, but anyway, it's happening. It's happening. You pull up the annuals, and that's what you're gonna see, right? So, they're investing in their business. So, I like it. It's happening. It's just building pressure, and you'll see that explode once the infrastructure, once it's in place, right? So remember they bought they bought MGM Studios or some shit like that. So the movies part, the next thing you know, we'll probably be like, wow, Amazon's better than Netflix, bigger than Netflix, maybe more streaming hours or whatever. Or they increase the Prime. I think they should have done that. I really do. I mean, inflation got it everywhere. So that's nice that they not as a consumer, but as a stock person, let's increase it. What else are they doing? Yeah, because you're spending so much money on COVID expenses and all that stuff. Go ahead, man. Increase Prime. We understand, even if it's by $5. Get some of that money back. And then, the stock split happening. So maybe they're gonna wait for that stock split to happen when they have a great quarter, and then maybe they'll be off to the races, right? So it's crazy. You said, let me borrow 100,000. I saw Tesla. Yo, what's up, JRH? You saw Tesla, right? Tesla's crazy. Check it out. So, y'all, I showed my portfolio last week. So here we are. Look at just printing money still. Up 9.4 thousand today. And you can see Tesla is responsible. Here's a position right here. Responsible for 6,000 of it. Just printing. MicroStrategy. These are the stocks I talk about. It's up today, $3,000. Those Tesla and MicroStrategy. I started the video with that. Why? Because I do actually trade it. I trade it, unlike other YouTubers, and I'm up 9,000 in those positions today. Okay, now that's today. So you can imagine my Tesla profits. I told you where I got in, and this is what happened today. You know what I mean? So Starbucks, right, up 8.30, right? IWM, I'm long IWM. I really like the small caps. It's working. It's working just like same chart pattern as Tesla, right? So I like that long term to kind of almost add some stability to the portfolio. I got 159 deltas in that, right? So no, that's sorry, that's Vega. I got a lot. Anyway, so up 300, right? I took some of that Amazon money out and bought some Ford, right? So I bought some spreads with Ford. That's up nice today. I didn't think it was going to be up 5% today, but that's cool. I'll take it because I'm buying leaps, right? So I think I bought the 1721 leaps or some shit like that. I don't remember. Snowflake, blah blah. What's not working? Well, Bed Bath & Beyond is a short position, and CrowdStrike. Yeah, look, I'm down $37. Even though it was down $12 today, I think I got longer. I can't remember exactly what I did. Bitcoin down today, no big deal. And you can see how MicroStrategy's up. I talked about how they have 7 billion in Bitcoin. I actually think it's going to be creeping up, even though Bitcoin is down, because people are going to realize these guys are holding 7 billion in Bitcoin, and then the whole company's worth 7 billion according to the stock price, right? So I think it could double right now, right? Especially so anyway, just kind of keep that in mind. Square, terrible. I'm going to talk about Square and PayPal right now because you can see Amazon down 1,500. I'm going to talk about Square and PayPal right now because these are some of my worst positions ever. Not ever, but this year, which I thought was going to be my greatest positions. Kind of don't know what to do with them. Look at the chop. Generally, and that's what I say, right? If you see a chart like this and it's chop, that's going to be your portfolio chop. That's not my portfolio, but that position is just chop. It's doing nothing. That's why we want things that just trend up. We want things going up, okay? And I thought this would be that, but no, it's just chopping. It ain't doing a damn thing. I'm just very disappointed in it, but it looks like it's going up with the monthlies, but it's not. Look at these tails. Look at that tail down here. Tail. It doesn't know. The volatility is incredible. But on the good note, looking at the monthly, you can see some of that volatility. The tails are not getting as extreme. It's starting to get a little stability into it. So maybe it'll explode, right? It's setting itself up. You do have the consolidation here. Up here is this gray area that I put in. That's where the selling pressure is at, right? I'm trying to put it where the stems are. And you can see we're kind of right at below. But if I delete that and then draw where the actual action is, right? We need to break out of that area. And we don't do that until we got to get clear up here. Yes, that highest candle right there. So let's just call it 300. Maybe 290, 300. I'm going to call it 300. Nice even round number. And once it does that, it's off to the races with Square as well. But I think I just have a small position in it. It's just a call. I can't remember. Call spread. I don't know. Anyway, but sideways action. It's going to break out. I don't know when. I like it. It's just, I don't know. Very disappointed. And then PayPal is even worse. These guys actually thinking about buying a social media company. Look at that. Look at that fall off. Now, looking at this, and it's down today, I actually think this is still an incredible buy, right? These guys got 300 million active users, right? So that's huge. I mean, Square only has 30 million, right? These guys have 300 million. We only seen that pullback because these guys wanted to buy Pinterest. Okay. So when that news came out, they dumped it, man. It's like people in PayPal are not interested in owning a social media company, right? So anyway, so they came out and said, yeah, we're not going to buy Pinterest. We're joking. Haha. Maybe they saw the stock price and they're like, oh, we better not buy that. But look at the volume. So I actually think that people are scared because it's like, all right, you're not going to buy Pinterest. What are you going to buy? Facebook? What do you, it's like, it's confusion. So actually, I think that should work for Square. Only time will tell. But I think once they realize, okay, maybe PayPal will stay financial and be PayPal and work that business and the crypto. And I think they sell stocks like Square? I don't know. In the whole space of financial transaction, the future, right? These guys are in a position to take out banks. You know what I mean? But not after you say you're going to buy Pinterest. So who knows what these guys are going to do. But you got the pullback. that's incredible. So I'm still in it. I don't know. I don't know when it's going to reverse, but it's down 70. No, I was going to say that can't be right. 22%, right? That's a nice little pullback. Vicious too. I mean, but I think it should turn around here. It looks like it's trying to get a little support. Let's go to the weekly, right? There it is. You're right there at support. Even though it looks like it wants to slice through it, man. It looks just like, where's the green? Oh man. So I think it could I think this is a good time, right? I might even I'm just gonna hold on. I'm not gonna do anything and I think that's what everyone's feeling like me. Yeah, it's at support, but I don't know about this thing, you know. So anyway, sitting right there, right around 228, 225 is your level. And this is the time to accumulate, man. You 25% discount. Look at the volume that came out. I mean, they sold it off, and I think the weak hands is out. It hasn't been down here in a long time like this. So when this turns around, it's off. Everybody's gonna want to get back in. So I actually like PayPal. You said you're getting some leaps in Visa. Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, didn't we talk about this? Now, I worry about them and that candle, by the way. Now, we're just going to talk technicals, okay? That weekly candle last week is ugly. It's showing that it wants more downside action, okay? So you have to be careful because that is a outside week, and generally that's a pretty strong pattern, meaning where that candle is covering the week before. But with this candle, not only is it covering the week before, this the week before that, 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 and about the week before that. So it is that one candle is encompassing that whole area. That's huge selling pressure right there, right? So that generally, all right, this is just, we'll say it's coming down, right? So just be careful right there, and you had the volume with it, so that's weird. All right, it's just like a pattern doesn't necessarily mean it's over, but it's just something to keep an eye on. Now that's for the weekly, right? But when you look at the monthly, it does look a little better. It does look like it's kind of right at support on that trend line. Drawing like that, actually looks like it's sliced through a little bit, right? Just zoom in there a little bit. Actually, yeah, see, it kind of sliced through a little bit, so be careful, right? You see volume picking up on the sell side. I like Visa and MasterCard. I like that whole space, but I like the PayPal and Square, but I'm wrong on that. You saw the stocks too. Like, it's almost like these ain't working. I don't know what it is. I'm not really feeling these guys anymore. I forgot which one was like we're gonna do something with Bitcoin. I forgot which one it was. Was it MasterCard or Visa? But I think the whole Bitcoin and the Lightning Network and what's happening there is pulling away from that, and the whole buy now, pay later thing, right? So how are these guys going to respond to that? Here is MasterCard. And you see how it broke. It's breaking that diagonal, right? Since 2008, I got basically, and the more touches we get, the better. So I got one, that was an overshoot. So you can't really, anyway, two, not really. And here's three, right? So if you want to count that, whatever. But 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 3 touches to the penny, and it's breaking, right? Kind of like it did here, but this was the COVID thing. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Stochastics heading down. It's something. The business is in the middle of changing, right? It's being a handing of the guards, and I don't know, like the baton being tossed in the marathon or whatever it is. I don't know where it's being handed to though. So you got, I know they got pressures from crypto, and they got pressures from buy now, pay now, and then I guess your regular economy kind of stuff. But just be careful. It might not be the MasterCard and the Visa that we all know, love, right? And everybody, say they come back, everything is great, and everybody's swiping cards again, right? It's just like it's kind of changing. And I think that's what people is afraid of here. I don't know. I don't know, man. But I can say that we talked about in Visa the weekly, the weekly outside candle that's outside on multiple weeks, and the break of this trend on the monthly, man. The monthly trend line is like dope. That's like super powerful, right? And it's breaking that. If it was a daily, I'd be like, no big deal, right? Look at the daily here, so you can see the break, right? Look at the support here, right? It's breaking, so just be careful. And with volume, it's breaking with volume. So don't know what's going on with that, man. Don't know what's going on. And you would figure, like, what's taking its place? Is it Square? It ain't Square and PayPal. We just looked at them. It's got to be Bitcoin. I guess. I'm trying to think. It ain't Robinhood. Y'all saw what happened with Robinhood, where the crypto. Look at it. This thing is about to break a low, and these guys was like, crypto was. That's what turned it around. Almost like, oh my gosh, these guys sold so much crypto, they made money, and then now the crypto sales went down 60% or something like that. It's like, okay, you wasn't doing it on stocks really good, and they was worried about the whole what's that with the where you sell the order flow, and then but crypto kind of hung in there. I was like, oh wow, it's gonna be a crypto business now. People ain't buying crypto no more. Interesting. I guess it's the Coinbase, and that's where Coinbase. We talked about Coinbase. Look at Coinbase making a comeback, right? So I guess they're going to Coinbase, they're going to crypto.com and Genesis, all them places like that to get crypto. I guess they're getting off the platform, maybe because those wallets ain't out yet, right? I don't think you can transfer your Bitcoin out of there yet. And I guess that's why they talked about it, because they saw what was happening. They're like, man, we got to make these wallets so people can get their Bitcoin out of there. Or whatever. I'm guessing that's it. So and it's, what's her name? Kathy Wood was buying more. She's in a bad trade. She was selling Tesla and buying more Hood. And Tesla's going up and Hood's going down. Not that good. Anyway, so Robinhood's pushing a low. It's pushing its all-time low since the IPO. So this thing IPO'd at, what was it, 38 or something? Kind of went up real back, came right back down. It's at 34. It looks like it's going to break that low. Looking at this volume in that candle, just so people not feeling that Robinhood, right? So if they come out with the whole legislation on what is that? What do they do again? With the selling for order flow. Now what, right? So you ain't doing crypto well. You can't sell for order flow. And you can't gamify, they watching them. So I don't know. I don't think Robinhood is the future. I don't know what Kathy Wood sees in it. I don't think it's the future at all. I think it's an intro. I think what's happening is it's an intro platform, and I like it to get in. I like their features of automatic buying. You could buy individual stock monthly, weekly, however. I like what goes on with stocks. It's free. You can set your limit price, and so it's okay. But I think people grow up and they like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Schwab. I'm gonna go to Fidelity. It's one of my first videos when I was talking about that. I was like, get out of there. I could call someone at Schwab right now. They'll answer the phone. You can't do that I know they have customer service, but I have a feeling you're gonna be on hold for a long time. Or when you get through, they ain't gonna know what they're talking about. Well, thanks for calling Robinhood. Can I help you? My account number, 815-314. Say it again. 815-314. 95? No, 819-314. Okay, 953. Can I help you? One of those situations. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. I have no idea. Early dip has always been bought in V. Yes, it has. It works until it doesn't. So is this the time it doesn't? That's what I don't know. But I could tell you this. We talking Visa and stuff again. it broke the monthly trend line. So just kind of keep that in mind, right? That's the strongest one that you could do. Maybe I could draw. I'm gonna try to draw. This is Visa. I'm gonna try to draw a better one. Let's try to draw a cleaner one. Right there. I think that's clean, right? So you could see it breaking. Now if we come to the weekly, be careful here, right? Because all of a sudden you'll get acceleration. That's all I'm saying. I know nothing about the business. I'm guessing about the business and all. I guess about fundamentals, but the chart stuff, that's what I be like, yo, this is looking good. Okay? Believe me on the charts. Don't believe me when I start talking fundamentals, because that's not my thing. But just be careful, right? This is, yeah, it's a buy point, and sometimes it overshoots like here, right? And you can see, like you said, the buys are always scooped up, but they didn't break trend here. They didn't break trend here. They didn't break trend here. We know what happened here. That was every stock. So can't count that. But it's breaking trend here. What does that mean? Okay, so, and we kind of know of some forces out there. That's me talking fundamentals. So I think it's just something to just be cautious. Just be cautious with, you know. Maybe wait until it gets above the trend line again, right? Say, and then that's right here. So you're giving up a couple of bucks. So what is that, 212? Maybe you could say, I'll wait until it's about 217, right? When it's above 217, I'll buy. Or how about this? You could see this little resistance. This will be resistance right here. So you could say, you know what? I'll just get interested when it's above, yeah, that's about 219. So you give up the 5 points to be right? So I'll wait till here. I want to show me, basically. And that's what I did with Tesla, by the way. So we can go back to Tesla, and I'm looking over down here. I was like, show me. I wanted to see it starting to move up. And that's when so I was like, man, you can get in here, but suppose it breaks down. I don't know, but it didn't break, right? It's funny how these things draw to the penny. That means everybody's thinking the same thing. So, but it didn't. It held. So I'm like, okay, I can get in, and if it does break that, I'm out. But it didn't break. So right, it was good. It never broke it. And then it just started trending up and up and up. It was a little slow. What bothered me with the initial Tesla bounce is it didn't bounce. It just kind of rode it, and I was like, uh-oh, is this thing trying to push through? Because the longer it sits on that support, the more chances it can go through. And then you can see it starting to rise, and that's when I was getting interested. It was just great, man. I talked about it. Gave everyone an opportunity. If you follow me, I gave everyone an opportunity in this because I started talking about Tesla a lot in this area, especially here. And I was talking about the breakout. You can see it happening. It still looks like it's early, by the way. I don't know when, but it's going. It's going. Imagine they split again. It could happen, right? Say it gets to 15. When did they split before? What was that level? I think it was 3,000. I can't remember. But let's say they split again. Let's say it reaches 12 and they do a 3 for 1 or something like that, right? So 6, 4, 8, and it goes down to 400. It'll start going crazy. It shouldn't, but that's what it does. Yeah, JRH, that's all I'm saying, man. But yeah, that's a good deal. I'm gonna say you come over here from the top right to the bottom. It's down. What is that? 16%. It's down 16%, so you get a discount for sure. What else did I want to talk about? I want to talk about Coinbase. I brought it up real quick, and I talked about this coming out of the base. I picked some up, and I even got longer. I actually think this thing will now challenge. You can see right here is the other level of support, resistance, my bad, right there. How about I clear all this stuff out? I can't see shit. Right here, right? Come on. There we go. And you see how it got through easy. It pulled back right there, but now it's through. I think we go here. I don't know when. That's the next one, right? The high when it IPO'd, right? So it opened up and then it went as high as 429. Opened 381. I don't know what the IPO price was, but it opened 381. and when it's high as 429, I think we get there. Volume is starting to come in. It's breaking the levels, so everything seems to be working here. So I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. So I guess that's all the stocks that I'm in. If you got any questions, we could talk. What did you say? Tesla gonna hit 2K? I believe we talked on Twitter. I told you I sold that 2050 call, and I knew we get there. I don't feel too bad because, like I said, I just wanted to take some deltas off the table. But I was just a little early. I mean, this thing's just going up 80 points, 100 points a day. It's just insane. It's incredible. 7 points a day. This stock is huge. Huge. I mean, and it's making moves like a penny stock. It's just incredible, man. Yeah, it's going there for sure. It's going. I could just tell by the momentum breaking out here. Everyone likes Tesla, and the more you always hear the non-believers, I'm sure that was one of them. I'm like, that's why I was waiting for this move, because I'm like, I'm not missing it out again. I hate straight up though. I wish it was going not that rapid. I hate that. In my stocks. Anyway, but yeah, it's gonna do its thing. I think it's gonna do its thing until it reports bad news. Remember, they're working on robots. Wait until the semi truck starts. You start hearing more about that, and there ain't nobody making those. So yeah, they're on point. The stock's telling us something. That what these guys is doing, and this whole time, this whole move, you had people, oh, the valuation's too high, blah blah blah, all that, and look at it, right? This goes up, just goes up. Maybe he hasn't done one in a while. I guess they got money now, but maybe they'll do an offering again, and if it sells off, that will be the time to buy. Any pullback, it's like, is the pullback gonna be vicious? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is it broke out, right? Everyone in the stock is making money. So who's gonna sell? So it goes up. There's no more resistance. Sky's the limit. There's nothing to measure. We have to wait for the pullback to start measuring. Okay, now we got a top and got something to trade against. But it's just doing its thing, man. Tesla Neo. I pointed out Neo. I heard they got some bad news, I think. Oh, well, actually, it's up today. Okay, that was that bad news. I think it was somewhere over here. Well, you see, I pointed out I had my little bounces, and I was like, I'm not in it, but you can probably get in it. And kind of looks like MicroStrategy, kind of looks like Tesla when it was bouncing off the lows. It's a laggard, but you might have something here as well. It had something happen last week. I just can't remember what it was. It sold off, but now it's starting to come back. That's nice. That's something to pay attention to. So, yeah, pay attention to this whole space, man. Remember I was talking about the ETF drive? And let's go to the weekly or even the monthly, and you can see the breakout there. I was talking about this forever. Go to the monthly. Right? I said, if you don't know what to trade in that space, this is it. Look at my you see it happening. A little late. I thought it was going to happen here, but it's happening here. All right. So that, by the way, this is what I expect from Amazon. And, so you got your breakout. It's on its way, mostly thanks to Tesla. Let's see what ARK is doing. Because, heavy. So it's not really bouncing like Tesla. I don't know what the Tesla position is like anymore. It was it like, what, 11, 12, 13% of the portfolio? Or 20? Can't remember, but it's just at 125. I have a feeling there's not a lot of Tesla in there no more. Not as much. We saw her selling, but I thought it was only selling because it was going up. I don't know. Why is it? I guess the other stuff is not performing, but the other stuff wasn't performing before. It was like mostly Tesla. Anyway, but she's not. It's just not Kathy's year yet. You can say that. So when did this open? This is the first candle of the year. Opened at 126, and right now, so she's flat. She's negative for the year still. So, and the market's up. So generally the people that's hot, they're not the next year. Just is what it is. So she might get it. She might get the mojo back. But I don't know that hood buying. I don't know about that Robin Hood. And I'm in the ARK F. I do own a piece of that. This looks better than the ARKK actually. Yeah, it looks like it might want to break out. It comes down and, here's that bull flag. I was kind of drawing kind of like a bull flag. Not, kind of. Anyway, but sideways action. Let's see what happens. And like I said, just remember sideways action, even though we love it here, it can go to the downside. And if it does, it will be vicious, just as if it was going to the upside. So another sideways action chart. I don't know what's going on in a portfolio. I don't know. I know it's got Square and PayPal in there, and now a lot of Hood. I think it's got Coinbase in there. Some of the buy now, pay nows, things like that. I'm in a small call spread. This was up, okay, 90 cents. I'm in 52 call spreads, I think, that expire in a couple of months. Not even way out. I would play that expecting a breakout. I don't know. I might have to sell them, though, because I don't have confidence in this breakout for whatever reason, because it just didn't yet. Maybe it's because it's Square and PayPal. You say ARK is up 36% the last 12 months. Yeah, probably. I just went from the beginning of this year to date, and I don't know how should you measure a performance of your portfolio? Do you want to do year to date? I know the industry, they look at her, hey, because soon come 2022, they're gonna be like, she was down last year, right? They won't even talk about the trailing 12 months. Yeah, I would say they talk about the year to date for the most part. But yeah, the last 12 months is fair. You can say, hey, what you do the last 12 months? That's fair to measure. But yeah, the rolling 12, so yeah, I guess we can give her that. But that performance that she was getting over here, those 2 months that you're counting, the last November, December, she's not getting that. I mean, is it like it's about to fall off, basically? So in 2 more months, you're not going to be able to say that. You're not going to be able to say that. So just keep that in mind. It's about to roll off. She's just read. Yeah, just read just slightly according to what I'm seeing here. But these guys get measured. I mean, you gotta beat the SPY because this is the market. It's just an index. This is not charging you 0.75% a year. This is like charging you 0.01 if you buy the SPY. You could even get it cheaper, I think, with some Vanguards. So the SPY opened at 375 and it's trading 460. So here's the open here, right about there to where we are now. It's up 22%, right? So she's an active manager picking stocks, and you can't beat the index. You do have a problem. People get fired when they don't beat the index. Because you're paying them. I'm paying you 0.75 for what? You can't even beat the SPY. This thing is holding CVS, stocks like Walgreens, so you can't beat that, so you just got to beat it. I don't know. Maybe we should. Now, we don't want to compare it to the Qs. It will even be worse because most of that ARK is tech. So here's the open, 315. I'm right about there. I'm close enough. Okay, Qs is up about 23% as well. It's almost tied with the SPY. So both indexes, man, you could have just bought Qs and SPY and be done. Hardly pay no fees. And with her, you're paying fees and you ain't getting no performance, So you got performance last year, but it made up. If you was in it last year and you're still in it this year, you're still up. You're way up because she killed it last year. So I guess you could look at it like that. Right, so it's still a good fund. It was a good fund to be in multi-year. So I would like to see some kind of performance. I don't know. I just we always want to see them beat the index. Who cares about the 100% growth or whatever? Who cares? I just want to see you consistently beat the index, right? Because that's going to show some stability that, you could be in that and you can keep putting your money in there. Just boom, 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 boom. Just keep dropping your money in. But I don't know, man. Maybe like Mike White. We'll find out Thursday night. Was he lucky on Sunday? Is he going to come in Thursday and start throwing all kind of interceptions? He was hot, and maybe Thursday he's not. So was she hot, and then is she turning into a knot? I don't know, man. I don't know. But the SPY is gonna wind up catching her. The Qs are gonna wind up catching her. If she don't get on the ball and start making some performance, start beating these indexes. Because it's about the long term. None of us can time a fund and get in and get out. But it's about. I remember I was in ARK before anyone knew about ARK. I was in ARK clear back here, man. What is this, 2017? And I got out because the performance sucked. I was like, I was out. I forgot what I was in. See all that sideways. I was in somewhere around here. 20. I think I was even in before. Yeah, somewhere around here. Maybe the end of 2017. And I was dollar cost averaging. I was buying it all the time. And it's like everything. I saw more things working. I had to get out. I thought opportunity cost. So you can see over here, right? The market was even going up here. So it's like she just killed it when COVID started. She was in the right things at the right time. And then, so is she getting ready to go back to old school, the way it was when it was just going sideways? Are we in that action again where this is how she really performs? And she just kind of killed it in the COVID, So I don't know. It's something to think about, right? Then you even look clear over here, sideways action, right? This is if you look at it like this, man, this is a sideways action fund. It doesn't really perform, when like this 2-year period, I know the market was up. It didn't do anything. This 2-year period didn't do anything. Are we about to do another 2-year period where it does nothing? I don't know. But if you look at the past, it looks like that's what might just happen. Right? So just something to think about. And you could look at this performance. It was hot, man. It was hot. She was in the hot things, boy. But a lot of portfolios did well, not as well as hers, but they did well. A lot of portfolios had this action right here, but she really killed it. And but now they still going up. This one is it's going sideways, like over here and over here. So I don't know, man. Got to keep an eye on that. You said you've been, and just think, man, charging 0.75 a year, that adds up. There's a video I watched that I'm looking at expense ratios and how, I forgot how they add up, and someone was dropping math, and I was like, God damn, it seems little, but no, it'd be taken away because you're missing that compounding, and how you're missing those gains, how they just gains on top of gains. So you're like, damn. Right, so like, wow, you do want to get a lower fee type fund. Even buying this cybersecurity hack is good. I think it's sector. Yes, that's why I like CrowdStrike. Hack is good. I was in hack with my M1. It was one of the last things I was in before I stopped using it for good. But no, hack is good. It has all of them: the Palo Alto Networks, the CrowdStrikes, and what's that other one that's really on fire? There's several. They're all on fire. This is an industry, as we get bigger, as the internet and all that stuff, as we rely more on this technology and apps and internet and all that stuff. You gotta have these. You see what's happening. It's like almost it's like cyber warfare now, right? So that's might be the new way of wars, and these guys are in position to, we need them. I mean, they're just being more in need every day. As we get more into the future, the more and more we need these guys, because we're going, and then the wars are seem they're going to be the new front of the wars, right? That whole cyber shit, So yeah, I think these guys can go a lot higher. this is definitely a area to be in for long term. I don't think it. I can never. I don't think it'll ever go down. Personally, I just think it's just the new shit to be in. And just kind of hold on, and you'll get gains. So yeah, I like it. That especially you don't know what to pick because Palo Alto Network. I think that's just the leader here. This thing is straight up. It's still going straight up. I'm waiting for like a CrowdStrike, and these are expensive stocks. I'm just waiting for it to kind of pay the catch-up trade, but they all going up. Doesn't matter which one you put. Hack has them all, so I like it. I don't know what the expense ratio is. Something that you could do that I had success in doing, JRH, was because M1. Remember, you can make your own portfolios, right? A lot of funds have shit in it. They can't just be in the, they gotta buy the crappy ones. And I would go into these things and just buy the top 5 stocks and make my M1 portfolio, right? So we can go into Hack, get the top 5 holdings. Let me see if I can just Google it real quick without going into a website. We'll look at here. What does Y Charts have them? Is that it? Hack Holdings, right? So you could buy and look at the weight, right? So you can buy Vault. That's an ETF. Oh no, forget that one, man. I don't like that one. Anyway, but that's a big percentage, whatever it is. An ultra short ETF. Let me look at that real quick, man. What the hell is Vault? Was that VALT? Yeah, you see what I'm. Wait a minute. Yeah, ETFMG SIT Ultra Short ETF. Why did it buy that? And this is what I'm talking about, man. You gotta know what's in these ETFs. Look, it's not doing what the rest of the sector is doing. So anyway, it's got a lot of vault in it. Yeah, where'd it go? It's got a lot of vault in it. 3 is the biggest position. Anyway, so I would buy like Cloudflare. Well, it's got a lot of Cisco too. Cisco, Palo Alto Networks, Dark Trade. I don't like any. I like Fortinet. I like Palo Alto. Where's CrowdStrike? It's not even in here. There it is. I like CrowdStrike. Oh, all right. I was gonna say buy the top 5, right, and just be done with it. If you want the performance, a better performance at Hack, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if I like these top positions as well. I might have to kind of break my little thing. I would probably buy Cisco, but I'll probably buy Cisco, Palo Alto, Fortinet, CrowdStrike, and not Juniper. Where's that one company? If I see it, I'll know what it is. Not Cloudflare. I don't even see it in here. Here it is, Norton LifeLock. That's the one, and that's way down there at 2%. And was it NLOK? The hell was that ticker again? NLOK. NLOK. Yeah, I like this one. It's getting a little choppy. But I liked what was happening for the last couple of years here. Do that one, right? So anyway, this is up 323% in the last, when did I measure this? What's my date? Since 2019, right? So 2019, 2020, for the last 2 years, almost the last 3 years, almost up 100% a year. Interesting. But anyway, I would set my portfolio up to what, I would just pick the best shit. I don't want all of this stuff. And as you can see, we don't want vault. We don't want that. You know what I mean? So, and set that up in M1, and then that's my side Hack holdings. You got to do this on a day you got time. You're just going to be, and just set these portfolios up the way you like it based on what they have. And that's what I would do. And I was beating the portfolios because you could take out the garbage. These guys they got to buy so much stuff, right? So they're going to be owning companies and just for the rules of ETFs and all that stuff. So they're going to be buying stuff that suck, so you just want the best stuff, right? The best stuff. You want the industry leading stuff, the industry leading companies. And Make a portfolio of that in M1 and start dollar cost average into it. Trust me, man. It worked for me. I'm sure it'll work for you. You know, because those are the ones that move. It's like when you look at the market, right, and you look at the Qs, and here's the heat map. I mean, what's moving the Qs? It's Tesla, Amazon, Google, Facebook. You know, just these stocks right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can own all the Qs. Right? But this is the SP 500. You can own them all, but what's really moving them? These, right? And then if you just own these, your performance would have blew it out, right? Blew it out the door, blew the doors off. So that's kind of what I like to do. I just want to own the ones making a difference, man. But when you don't have time, get hacked. Oh yeah, and then you'll avoid that expense ratio as well, right? So is that in here? Data, would it be under data? Shoot. Hack expense ratio. It's 0.6%, right? So you can avoid that and just don't pay that, right? So that's what I like to do. Try a pie. Make a pie. Try one, and it could be hack. It could be that drive one, the best, EV, right? It could be an autonomous one or a robotic one. It could be a consumer staples one, right? Where you just pick the best companies and then compare it to like the XLY, like that's the consumer discretionary, right? Pull up XLY. And wow, goddamn. Yeah, they mowing lawn. I always mow when I'm making a video, so I'm gonna have to come to an end. Look at the XLY. God, I didn't realize it was doing all that. Right? So you could make your own consumer discretionary fund. Just pick the best one. Pick the ones that's moving. I guarantee there's only a few stocks doing this move right here. And then you can avoid that expense ratio, even though the XLY is not a huge expense ratio type stock. Yeah, you said it, 0.6. You said expense ratio and hack is 0.6. But yeah, you said it. I guess I didn't see it before I looked it up. But yeah, I forgot what video. I mean, those expense ratios matter. I was always like, man, I didn't really think something was expensive until it hit like 2%, which that's expensive. But I forgot what I saw. And I mean, shoot, what's really expensive is anything over like 0.3, 0.25, like, because you could do it cheaper, especially with M1, right? So, but it takes time, it takes work, it takes kind of watching out for it, you know what I mean? It does take time, but you can avoid that expense, especially if you're in it for the long term. You're just going to keep dollar cost for years, and you just got the best companies. Generally, in my opinion, I don't think like the companies that's hot now, there's always new big boys. By the way, they say that the top companies are always shift. The top 10 companies, every 20 years, it'd be a new top 10 companies, 20 companies or whatever. I kind of don't believe in that now, but that's how it's been like years back. The leaderboard always changed. Seems like, I don't know, it just seems like Google, Microsoft, they're going to be like that forever. It just seems like I can't see them changing. Apple, who's gonna take on Apple? Maybe 50 years from now it won't be an Apple, meaning it'll be someone else that's doing something better than Apple, but who's going to take over that? It's like, Samsung, I guess? I don't know. All right, y'all, I gotta go ahead and end this video. So y'all hit the like. I went a long time here, man. Expense ratio, hack. Okay, I got all the jewelry box. I'll call you as soon as this video's over, and I'll talk to y'all later. Can't remember what I was gonna say. Cash, see ya. JRH, see ya. Jewelry box, man. That's all that be watching me. Even though I be dropping nuggets, man. I be telling you guys, what I be doing. I show it. I show it right here. I show it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe meet Kevin. Maybe he shows you how to do it. I guess, right? He just says he drops nuggets. People like him. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later, man. This is Dre, man. I am out. Let's see. I gotta figure out how to end this video. Where's my little YouTube thing? All right, I found it. I'll see you later.